2013 is going to be an interesting year. The 2012 has been really tough due to the market. So really I think the market's probably going to play a huge role again in 2013. If we actually look at it, 2012 was good for Mauser. We were 20% up in Europe, 10% up in Asia, and 2% up in North America, which gave us 6% up overall. But really that was nothing to do with the market itself. We seem to outperform the market, and we intend to do the same in 2013. On top of that, we're looking at other areas as well. The web plays an increasingly big part in our business, and we see 78% of all our business now comes over the web, 78% of all new accounts, and that actually leads us to 516 new accounts every day. So a lot of attention again for 2013 on developments on the website. Further outside of that, staffing and training is going to be a big thing for us again next year. We continue to take on new people. We need to train those people, and increasingly within the industry it is always hard to get good people, but we continue to drive to do that. Both in Europe and Asia now, local marketing is a really big thing for us. We put a lot of emphasis on this in Munich and also in Taipei, and we'll drive that again in 2013. One thing that won't be a problem next year, I think, is inventory. Still, most manufacturers have a lot of inventory out there in the channel, and lead times from the factories are still pretty short, so I don't think inventory is going to be much of a problem. If we look at Europe, the best words I could probably say right now is it's bumping along the bottom. How do we see that going into next year? Well, if we look at it right now, Germany probably for next year, UK, Nordic, and maybe Eastern Europe are going to be relatively okay. I wouldn't put the flags out and say it's going to be great, but I think those markets are going to be okay next year. I think the countries which are continue to be tough for next year are going to be South Europe, so Spain and Italy particularly are still very tough. But if we look at Mauser for 2012, every single region we had, including the South European regions, all saw growth of over 15% and many over 20 and 25%. So even though the market is tough out there overall, I certainly see that we will be strong going into 2013. Design engineers are still designing, and that makes a big difference in the marketplace. We saw an increase last year, or this year, 2012, of 42% of new customers in Europe, and I think that's going to help us drive our business more in terms of sales as those designs become into production in 2013. We're an anomaly, really, if you look at Mauser as a company. We got 360,000 customers worldwide, which means we see it right across the whole spectrum of the different areas of business. It's hard to pick out anything to say anything is spectacular. There's no area which is underperforming for us this year. If we look from a product standpoint, interestingly enough, the development tools for us has been great, over 42% growth this year. Connectors, interestingly, at about 11%. ICs and passives and lighting around about 6%. So we've seen areas of growth in each of those. When we take it down to market sectors, again I say we cover every sector, and all of them are performing well. None of them badly. They've had to pick out a couple of nice ones for next year. Of course, lighting, energy harvesting, some of the newer markets. But really, the strength of Mauser is in the general industrial space, and we see growth across all of that, including the power and all the other areas which typically are strong for distribution.